Hi. Hi. Let me see if I can get everybody. I can't get everybody in the picture. All right. You know what? We just gonna have to make do with this. Hi, guys. I can't really see from afar. I'm sorry. This is like very last minute that I'm coming on. But I decided, you know what? I feel good. You know, I was avoiding you guys because I was a little embarrassed that I allowed that sort of negativity to bring me down. And I didn't know how to come and tell you guys the truth, you know? So now that I've let the cat out of the bag, I've told you guys what's going on, I feel a lot better. Aw. So listen. I feel a lot better, so I thought, why not challenge myself and just put on some makeup just because, you know, I want to have fun. So today we're just going to get ready, and I'm going to call this my fake it till you make it makeup look. And it's for those days where you don't feel confident, where you don't feel 100%, and you just need that little like fake it till you make it moment. And I'm going to tell y'all some of the tea with the first 3 cast members of the House of Realness. So I'm going to start off with my Fenty Fat Water. Now, I already have blue mascara, so I'm not going to wipe that off, but I'm just being transparent. So if you guys don't know, this is Harvey, this is Fireman John, and this is Christy, right? So boom. This is how the whole situation goes. All right, I just put the fat water. After the fat water, I'm gonna go with my Fenty SPF moisturizer. And I'm gonna let that sit a little bit. So boom, this is what happened. So Fireman John and Christy are high school sweethearts. They went to high school together, right? Now, obviously, so stereotypical, like American high school, you know, football team, baseball team. Like, he was very much like a jock. She was very much a cheerleader. She was very much into ice skating, and she was always in competitions. She won nationals, regionals. Christy, she was always competitive. She started ice skating when she was 5. Like, she's a prodigy. So whatever. Obviously, they meet in high school. Their boyfriend and girlfriend, they're high school sweethearts. And boom, right? On to the next step, because we let that sit for a little bit. All right. I dropped my thing. I can't believe that just happened to me. Forgive me, Fenty. You never saw that. You never saw that. So boom, listen to the situation. So Christy is an ice skating prodigy. Fireman John is a high school jock, all-American boy, all-American couple in high school, living the fantasy, living the dream, prom king, prom queen, you name it, right? But boom, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Christy found out que ella estaba embarazada. She was pregnant. She was pregnant. Mind you, she was trying to go to nationals. She wanted to be on the Olympic team, and she was pregnant. So boom, obviously they couldn't have the baby, right? But then they were like, they wanted to have the baby. So what happened? Fireman John was like, boom, I'm gonna go to the military, and That's how we're gonna like get our house, and we're gonna have the baby, and we're gonna get married after high school, and we're gonna live the happily ever after honeymoon dream, right? So boom. So now that's their plan, right? So Christy's like ready. She tells her family. Her family's like, all of the hours that we spent, all the money that we spent on your private lessons, you're just gonna blow your future away. And she's like, my future is with Fireman John, and that's where I wanna be, and that's what I'm gonna do. And Christy made that decision, and she did it, and she went with it, and that's what her and Fireman John was gonna do. Fireman John was gonna join the military, and that's what it was, right? So boom. Fireman John enrolls in the military. They leave. They get an apartment together, and he leaves Christy behind. Christy's pregnant. Now, this is how Harvey comes into the picture. But we got to go to the next step, which is foundation. Take. Oh no! Look, guys. Somebody sent me a sample of the Fenty Skin. I never tried this. I'm so excited. All right, so listen. So now Fireman John is in basic training. And this is when Harvey, I don't know what color this is. This is the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation by Fenty. It says Shake Well in the color 220. 220. So I'm going to do a couple of, ooh, liquada. It's very liquidy. I didn't expect that. So, boom. Okay. So now Fireman John is in basic training, right? So, who comes in from Iowa? Little Harvey. Mind you, Fireman John is from California. He's not from California. Where would he be from? Fireman John is like from like Michigan. You know, he's like from Michigan. So, boom. Now, Fireman John is in basic training. Here comes this little carajita, you know, Harvey. Harvey comes from Iowa, and Harvey didn't have the best of upbringing, okay? Harvey did not have the best of upbringing. Nobody handed him nothing, you know, like, his father was very, very religious. His parents were very religious. You know, like they held him to a very strict standard, you know. So Harvey wanted to escape his strict household, so he joined the military after high school. So now, boom, bunkmate. This is the first time they're in basic training. Harvey's in the top bunk. Fireman John is in the bottom bunk. Now they're introducing each other. Now the drill sergeant comes. They got to get into formation, and they introduce this buddy system. So now, throughout the whole basic training, you have a buddy. And guess who were buddies? Harvey and Fireman John. So that's when the escándalo started, right? It didn't start off right away, but it started. So, boom, basic training is mad intense. They have to wake up mad early. They have to scrub the floor with like a toothbrush. They got to do push-ups, sit-ups. I don't know, whatever you do in basic training, basically, right? So that's what they're doing. And let me tell you something about this Fenty Skin. I'm looking at my skin right now, and you just got to buff it out. And I don't have anything. I don't think a brush was a good thing to have with that. I should have used this little sponge, honestly. But right now, first impressions, this Fenty Skin is blowing my mind. Absolutely blowing my mind. The Pro Filter foundation, and it's blowing my mind. It looks like my skin, but better. I don't know how to explain it to you. It looks like my skin, but better. Okay, now I'm just going over it with the sponge to get rid of the brush strokes. I already did. Okay. So boom. This is what happened, right? The alarm goes off. They're supposed to be in formation. Christy's back at home. You know, this, that, and the third. She's on her own. Basically, her parents disowned her. She had to give up figure skating. But she loves Fireman John. They were engaged, all of that. Once he comes back from basic training, they were planning on getting married. She was ready to live the American dream, right? That's what she wanted. That's what she was getting, right? Oh my God, this Fenty skin is amazing. The Pro Matte filter. And look how much I have left on my hand. I didn't even need this much. That's crazy. Rihanna, you did that. Oh my God. That is awesome. All right. Ain't nothing like a little Fenty beauty to make you feel beautiful. All right. I keep trying to buff it in because I'm so excited. So boom, right? Now, Harvey wakes up early. He wakes up in formation. He shakes Fireman John. He thinks Fireman John hears him, and he thinks Fireman John is getting ready to get up on formation. He runs outside. He sees that Fireman John is not there yet. He's like, yo, what's happening? Where's my homeboy? Like, where's my bottom bunk buddy? Whatever. Boom. He runs back to go get Fireman John. Fireman John is still sleeping. So now Harvey is rushing to wake up Fireman John. Fireman John wakes up and he's like, yo, we're already supposed to be in line, like da-da-da-da. We only got a couple of seconds. So now they're trying to both rush to try to get Fireman John's clothes on so that they can be in line in formation, right? So, boom, they get to formation. Everybody else is in line, and they were the odd mans out. So the drill sergeant comes and says, so what's the story? I don't need to even hear it. I don't even need to hear it. You guys are going to have to, like, clean the whole entire platoon's bedrooms and bathrooms with a toothbrush on your hands and knees as punishment. So boom. So now Harvey and Fireman John are in the bunks and they have to clean everything, and it's just them two together. So that's when they start to talk, get to know each other, this, that, and the third. They're laughing and they're like, honestly, everything is clean. Like, do you think that if we did anything, they would know the difference? And Fireman John's like, I don't know, but I kind of don't want to risk it. And Harvey's like, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Why not? So then Fireman John was like, you know what? He felt like something different. He was like, you know, Fireman John was very like your all-American boy. He never did anything different, anything wild. The only thing he did wild was, you know, he had a baby with Christy. So, boom, they stopped cleaning, and now they're going and they're playing cards, and they're getting to know each other in the back. Now they're talking this, that, and the third. Harvey's like, yo, do you have a girlfriend? He's like, yo, I got a girlfriend. Christy, she's back home, this, that, and the third. But Fireman John didn't tell Harvey that Christy was pregnant. So, boom. Like, Fireman John was a little confused, but he was like, he didn't understand why when he was looking at Harvey, like, he felt like a little flustered. He felt like a little flustered, right? So he didn't understand what that meant. Like, Fireman John was like a little bit confused because he never felt this way. And obviously, so this is when Harvey throws out the little candela, right? Harvey's like, so Fireman John's like, okay, so do you have a girlfriend? Harvey was like, yeah, I've had several girlfriends, but, you know, maybe other things too. And Fireman John was like, other things? He was like, well, I mean, I used to have this boy that I went to school with, and we were both on the soccer team. And, you know, we used to kiss. I mean, we didn't tell anybody, but we would kiss. And I kind of liked it, you know? I mean, of course, it didn't go anywhere because we were both confused and we didn't know what was going on. But, you know, this, that, and the third. And Fireman John was shocked. Fireman John did not even know how to handle that news. Fireman John never seen that, never heard that, never knew what that was, right? So Fireman John was like thrown back and was like, so what are you saying? Like, you've kissed a guy? And Harvey's like, yeah, I've kissed a guy. You know, I've kissed girls, guys. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm sort of a free spirit. That's why my family, you know, me and my family really didn't mix and really didn't vibe because they weren't understanding my free spirit. And, you know, that's why I went to the military to get away from them. So, boom, right? Ah! I'm glad that you loving it. So, boom, right? So boom, Harvey was like, this is my ticket to independence. I'm gonna travel. I'm gonna do my little 4 years. And then after that, I'm gonna like just make a life for myself. I'm gonna go to Paris. I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna go to Germany, all of that, right? That was Harvey's dream. He already knew. Fireman John was mad intrigued. So that's when, boom, Fireman John was asking mad questions like, so was it just that one guy? How many guys it was? How far did Harvey go? And Harvey was like, wait, wait a minute. Don't you got a girlfriend named Christy? Why are you so curious about my life and this, that, and the third? What's going on with your life? Are you a little curious? Like, what's going on? If I didn't know any better, I would think that you a little intrigued. So Fireman John got mad shook and was like, yo, I'ma fall back because I think maybe like I don't know what's happening. Maybe the situation is getting over in my head. I got a girlfriend at home. I don't know why I didn't tell Harvey that she's pregnant. I'm a little confused right now. So boom. He's like, you know, like whatever, and like just it's nothing. So Harvey was like, So Harvey was like, I already see what's up. You trying to get wifed up. And Harvey was like, you know what? If there ain't no ring, that means that it's fair game. Harvey was a little firecracker. He's a little candela, right? But whatever. We're not here to judge. I'm not here to judge anybody in the house of realness. I accept him for who he is. And that's what happened in the past. And that's between those two. And I have nothing to do with it. I'm just reporting the story live in living color. And that's just that. So now we're going to go with a bronzer. Yo, Harvey is mad sassy. So now Harvey is like, yo, I just found a way to make this whole basic training that much interesting. I'm going to see how far I can push Fireman John because why was he asking all these questions? So boom. Ever since then, now Fireman John and Harvey, they eating together. They're going like, cause you know they all do showers together and stuff like that. I'm just putting, yo, this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation is popping. Yo, I don't know how to explain it to you. It literally looks like my skin, but like a little better. Like it covers the imperfections. It's really good. Okay. You guys are probably like, oh my God, look how she's doing her makeup. I'm not really doing it seriously. It's all gonna look good at the end. So boom, now they're getting to know each other, this, that, and the third, and now it's closer to graduation, right? So it's closer to graduation. And they like coming to an end, and Harvey was like, yo, my time is running up. I'm gonna have to make a move on Fireman John if I want to see what's up, because I see how he looks at me. He thinks I don't see him, but I see him. And you know what? I'm tired of this what if, this like little chuckle, the little bumps, the little hugs. You know, like, you're my homeboy. You know I have love for you, Harvey, this, that, and the third. Harvey was tired of those games, and he was like, Fireman John is going to have to answer. He is going to have to answer. He is going to have to admit it. You got feelings for me. I don't care if you got a girlfriend. Admit it. You see something in me. I give you the ooh la la sensation, and now I want you to admit it. And Harvey had enough, and he came up with a plan, and he was going to stick to it. So, boom, right? This was the night before the graduation, and they were all able to go off of the base for a little bit in celebration, right? Now, Harvey decided to go ahead and rent this motorcycle so that he could surprise him and Fireman John and say, hey, do you want to ditch the outing and go on a motorcycle ride with me? I just rented a motorcycle from a shop in town. So boom, that was the plan that Harvey had. Harvey had experiences with motorcycles because his father had a lot of motorcycles. His father would fix motorcycles and cars and stuff like that. I'm just taking powder and I'm putting it in like this, and this because I'm getting ready for the next step. So, boom, they're getting ready for the outing. Fireman John is getting ready. He's getting excited. Harvey's ready. And then Harvey's like, yo, wait, John, wait a minute. John's like, yo, what's up? Like, we're about to be left. He's like, I actually have a surprise. And he's like what? Can it wait till like we get to the place? And Harvey's like, no, you're going to like it. So they go and boom, Harvey got a motorcycle, but he got a motorcycle with the little cab on the side and was like, why not go for a ride? And Fireman John was like where? He's like, just a ride. Why not? I mean, yeah, we can go out with everybody else, but like, get drunk so that we still have to wake up early in the morning. Like, let's do something fun. Let's do something different. So Fireman John was like, all right, cool. Fireman John had those butterflies in his stomach feeling because Fireman John was like, I'm a little confused. Like, why is it that whenever he, like, why is this exciting me, basically, is how he was feeling. He was like, why is this exciting me? Like, this shouldn't be exciting me. So, boom, he's like, all right, cool. And he's like, oh, so jokes, who's going to be driving the motorcycle? He was like, well, seeing as how I have experience with motorcycles and you don't, I guess you're going to have to ride on the side. He's like, oh, funny, right? So Fireman John gets in and they go for a ride. Peep, he already knew the situation. He already scoped the landscape and he already knew the spot he wanted to take Fireman John so they could look up at the stars, right? So Harvey driving, and like obviously he looked a little queasy and nervous. And Harvey was teasing him and was basically saying like, oh, you can't handle? Should I slow down for you? Are you feeling nauseous? Should I pull over? Like, dando coquilla, like basically like poking fun at him. And Fireman John was like, don't forget, I can bench press more than you. And he's like, yeah, but what is all that what is all that strength here in the open road? That ain't gonna do no good here. And Fireman John was like, what you mean? He was like, don't you see? Like, when you're on the road, you can clear your mind and be whoever you want to be. You can escape who you are, what everybody wants you to be, and just be you. And that really struck a chord in Fireman John. So boom, Harvey pulls up to the spot. They get out. He's like, yo, I really found this cool spot. It's just up ahead, those trees. So Fireman John's like, all right, cool, peep. And he's like, yo, it's kind of like a little dark and you can't see underneath, but I swear there's light over there because it's behind this building. He's like, let me hold your hand to get you out of there. And Fireman John was like, I'm pretty sure I got it. He's like, come on now. It's just so that you don't fall. Like, we don't need you spraining your ankle before graduation, right? So then, boom, Fireman John grabs Harvey's hand and Harvey leaves the situation. Fireman John's hand was mad sweaty. He was mad nervous. His heart was racing. He didn't even know what to do. He was so confused. He was like, why is this happening? I can't believe this, right? So now they get to the clearing and they see these lights and they see the whole city from this peak, right? So guess where they were at? It was an old blockbuster building on top of a hill, and it was no longer open, but the lights would still come on every night. And Harvey brought him there, and it was overlooking the whole entire city. So boom, Harvey was like, you can let go of my hand now. I mean, if you want to just, we can stay here holding it. And Fireman John got nervous and let go of his hand and was like, oh, you know, I was just like taken back by the view. Like, this is actually really nice. He's like, Yeah, I wanted to tell you, I wanted the right backdrop to tell you something. And Fireman John was like, what? And Harvey went for the kiss, all right? Escanduloso. Harvey went for the kiss, all right? Harvey went for the kiss. All right, so I'm going to go into my Morphe palette. Let me tell you how I got this Morphe palette. Basically got this Morphe palette from a friend of mine that I used to work with at a restaurant. She was like, she was throwing out her makeup and she was going to throw out this palette. And I said, why are you throwing out this palette? She was like, oh, because I don't really like the colors and this isn't the one I really wanted. And, you know, nobody else is going to use it. And I was like, girl, well, give that to me. And she gave it to me. So this is how I got that palette. So I'm going to use this palette. And ironically, it's called Boss Babe, Boss Mood, the 35M. So we're going to dip into this orange color as we sit on our toes waiting for the tea about these two. So right, mind you, let's go back, because Christy is still back at home pregnant, right? She's still back at home. Christy's alone. All her friends are like, you know, in college. She's home, stuck in the house, you know, like pregnant. Her parents don't want nothing to do with her because they're upset. She's trying to reach out to her sister. Her sister can't talk to her because her parents forbid it and stuff like that. So finally she convinced her sister to go out and see her. And basically they meet up for lunch. Her sister spills the tea and basically tells them that, like, the family basically told them that Christy is overseas in Europe with family and this, that, and the third, like, you know, and they made up a lie. So they're trying to erase Christy and her situation from the family. So she was feeling some type of way. So she's going through a lot on top of being pregnant. So now Harvey kisses him. Fireman John doesn't pull away, all right? Fireman John does not pull away from the kiss. So now they full on kissing, right? And Harvey pulls away. And before Harvey can say anything, Fireman John goes straight for another kiss and holds Harvey tight and pulls him into him and really just lays it on him. And finally, when they stopped kissing, Harvey was like, what was that about? And Fireman John basically said, I needed to do it right away before I lost the nerve. And Harvey was like shocked and he didn't know what to say. And they just kept on kissing the whole night. The whole night. The whole night they kept on kissing until they went back to the bunks. Fireman John went to the bottom bunk. Harvey went to the top bunk. The next day they graduated. And they never spoke about it. They never spoke about it. Nothing was ever said. They graduated. Fireman John goes home. Harvey goes home to pack up his stuff because he already is going on his first deployment. All right? Fireman John is going to be home for a couple of months before he goes on deployment because Christy is pregnant. Yo, how y'all feel about that tea? How y'all feel about that tea? Can y'all tell me how y'all feel about it? That's escanduloso, right? That's crazy. That's drama. That's drama. Let me see the comments. Love it. Love it. Scanduloso. Hey, it's Mia, the girl who got you the elephant. Hope she's staying out of all this drama. First of all, Mia Thermopolis Rinaldi, she's in the camper. I wanted her to sit on my lap for comfort because I've really been leaning towards my plushies, like the cow, the brown cow, Ellie, Raggedy Ann, Raggedy Andy, all of these knuckleheads and these manganzones. And y'all don't even know, there's 2 more characters that y'all have yet to meet. Oh my God, there's Nomi, and then there's Paulina. So we're gonna dip into this orange color. You guys are hilarious. So listen. So now, Fireman John goes home. Christy's there. Boom. Harvey goes about to do his business. And now everything is good, right? Everything is good, or so they thought. So they thought. I'm just putting this orange color on my eye in the crease. Guys, I don't really watch TV, so this is my soap opera. The drama in the House of Realness is my soap opera. So boom, right? So now, this is the situation. What happens when your man come home from a long trip or something like that, and Christy's pregnant, she's hormonal, the mood, you already know, right? You already know adult situations, right? Wait, we have too many Karens? What's happening? Guys, are we not acting like adults on this live? Come on now. Like, at what point are we going to be better? What's happening? Let me see what's happening. There's too many Karens. Can we get a Karen? Harvey's ex? Oh, okay. I thought there was drama, please. I'm making fictional drama. We don't need real drama in the House of Realness. We don't. We good here. We good here, all right? We good here. All right. So boom. Let me tell you the situation. So now everything is going fine. Christy is hormonal. She's pregnant. Fireman John came home from deployment. He's buff. He's ripped. Espérate. Y'all need to see. Fireman John, he's mad brolic. Mad brolic. Espérate. Let me take off his shirt. So imagine, Christy has not seen her man in a long time. She is pregnant. And Fireman John come home looking like this. I mean, looking like this. I mean, boom, babe. Look at that back, how brolic that is. Yo, you telling me if your man came home from basic training and he looking like this, you not gonna want to tear him up? Please, I'm favor. Y'all already know what the situation is. Christy wanted some situations. So boom, Fireman John was like, all right, it's time to oblige. This is my future wife. We are about to get engaged. When my wife wants it, I have to do it. So Fireman John had his apprehensions because Christy's pregnant, right? So he's like, but what about the baby? What about the baby? What about the baby, right? Esto el otro, whatever the case may be, right? So he's a little nervous, and Christy's like, yo, I'm the mother, and if I ain't worried about it, I'm telling you it's good. So let's get it on and popping. So Fireman John's like, all right, say less. So they in the situation, things are getting hot and heavy. Fireman John is mad nervioso, and he gets a flashback, and he's thinking about kissing Harvey while he's kissing Christy, and that totally ruins the mood, and Harvey starts to use the baby as an excuse because he cannot perform, and wow. He is wildin' right now. But we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to judge. We is not going to judge. We're not going to judge. We're not going to judge. Everybody plays their part in the House of Realness, and we're not going to judge here, right? Are you guys liking this story, or should I not tell y'all the rest of the drama? Should I tell y'all the rest of the drama, or we not talking about it? I'm using the Boss Mood Palette from Morphe. All right, y'all loving it? Y'all loving it. All right, cool. So he's using the baby, and Christy's like, you know what? Okay, cool. She's been noticing ever since Fireman John had that he's come back. Fireman John be up mad early in the morning. Fireman John, he be like shook up like that. He be waking up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, nervioso. Like he's already shook. The military, the basic training got him mad shook. He be waking up mad early. He be forcing her to get up because he's like, yo, I gotta make the bed. I gotta make the bed. I gotta make the bed. I gotta do the hospital corners. And Fireman John has been whipped into shape, and Fireman John is mad super neat. So, boom, right? I'm gonna finish the other eye. I don't know why I can't talk really in blends. I feel like if I talk in blends, I'm not gonna blend right. You see, I was trying to talk in blends and I made a mess. Oh my God. Oh my God. This eye, I look like a clown. How did this happen? Guys, I thought that I was doing something cute. I think I gotta try to fix this. This is not looking that cute, right? Que Dios te bendiga. He got PST. He said, morning. All right. Yes. Blended with a light shade. All right, so listen. So boom, right? So now Christy's like, okay, I'll give it to him. He has PST. He's not the same. You know, the military got him a little bit like, bent out of shape, right? She's like, give it a couple of weeks. Fireman John is going to be himself again, and we could try again, right? So Christy gives it a week. A week turns into a week to 2 weeks to 3 weeks. And Christy's like, all right, Ja, enough is enough. We going to the doctor. She's like, we have an appointment. We need to go to the doctor. And she basically was like, all right, doctor, I need you to tell Fireman John that if we intimate, nothing's going to happen to the baby. And the doctor was like, it's perfectly fine to this, that, and the third. Everything is fine. You guys can go ahead and do that, this, that, and the third. So now Fireman John is feeling the pressure. So Fireman John is like, yo, tonight, I don't know what's going to happen, but it needs to happen, and we're going to do it, and that's it. So, boom. Here is the escanduloso stuff. All right. Espérate. All right, guys. Should I continue with the story? Or is this being too much? Let me know. Is it too much? Continue? All right. You guys are so silly. All right, so listen. I feel so much better. Thank you for spending time with me. I know that this isn't the content that everybody likes to watch. I know a lot of you guys like to watch content about the camper, but I promise you, your girl is thinking about several plans to get this camper off the ground and moving, because I can't get stuck here. I can't. No, sirree, Bob, your girl's not giving up. I promise you. I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn, baby. We never back down. So now we got this orange. You know what I'm going to do to save the look? All right, I got one makeup brush to work with right now. I'm going to dab into this glitter color. And I'm going to put the glitter in the middle. Glitter saves everything. I need you to know that. Glitter saves everything. Now, I'm just doing it in the middle part. I'm not doing it all over. The middle to the end. Because I got something for the corner. For the inner corner. Ew! Fenty! Fenty is giving me life. I want her whole makeup collection. Alright. So now Harvey is nervous. He doesn't know if he could perform. He keeps thinking about Harvey. So what does Fireman John do? Fireman John goes to the VA, right? He goes to the VA and he tells the doctor, like, yo, I'm having trouble performing, and this, that, and the third. So what does the doctor give him, right? The doctor prescribes him that pill. We already know that pill. Oh, I'm taking the Fenty Trophy Wife right now, and I'm taking that in my inner corner to extend this orange. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but I'm going to come closer after I'm done. I just want to tell you the story. All right, that's good. It's a look. It's a look. It's a lot of look. I'll tell you that. It is definitely not for the faint of heart. Like, if you don't like color, you're not going to like this look. So now I'm a little nervous that I let this powder sit for too long, so I'm going to wipe it off. Oh, no. It's good. Okay. Yo, I feel like I'm going to wind up marrying a basketball player. Because every time I do color on my eye, I always think of a basketball team. And I'm like, espérate, am I prophesizing marrying a basketball player? Because that would be cute if I marry a basketball player. I'll be the first basketball wife that's trans. Escandulosa. And I'm an Afro-Latina. Ooh, look at that. So now we're going to do the orange in the bottom. All right. So now Harvey goes and he gets the pills from the doctor. He goes and he gets the prescription. Christy's ready. She shaved her legs. She, she struggled in the bathroom to shave her legs because she was embarrassed because of her belly. But she wanted to impress Fireman John. She wanted this night to go well. And Fireman John wanted the night to go well as well. So he went and he got those pills. Now, they eat dinner. Christy cooks a beautiful dinner. She goes to the bathroom and she's like, I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to take a shower. And Fireman John is like, okay, honey, go ahead, take a shower, relax. I'm going to clean up the kitchen because you cooked and I'll meet you in the bedroom. So, boom, she goes take a shower. He does what? He pops that pill. Boom. He popped that pill, popped that pill, popped that, pop that pill. He popped that pill. And then he drank some alcohol on top of that. He was sipping on that brown, baby. He was sipping on that brown on top of that. So now we're going to take some blush. Ooh. Ooh, that's a lot of blush. I put too much blush. That is way too much. I look mad seca. Like, I look like mad seca. Like, I need a mist, like a setting mist or something, and I do not have that. So, this might be the most dry, powdery makeup look ever, but once I get like a little sweaty, it's gonna all melt in. All right. So Christy takes a shower. Let me show you how the makeup looks so far. All right, so look. Listen. I didn't glue down my wig, so don't read me. I didn't glue it down. It's not glued down. I have the elastic band method. So I have it basically attached with this elastic band. See? Because I mean, why do I need to glue it down? It's too hot to be gluing down a wig. So, Scandulo continues. So he pops that pill. Christy's in the bedroom. She shaved her legs. She put on her little, Christy got sensitive skin, right? So the Fenty skin couldn't work for her. The SPF moisturizer couldn't work for her face necessarily, but she loves the way that it smells. So she was like, yo, I'm gonna put it all over my body. Fireman John is gonna smell this. I'm gonna smell mad sexy and expensive, and he's gonna want me, and it's gonna work out. So boom, she went, she did her makeup, she put on her little Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation. Of course, she used her fat water before she did all of this, and the Fenty Skin Cleanser. But we're not talking about that. Hashtag shameless plug, Fenty, if you're watching. Um, yo, let me drink a sip of water. All right. Now back to the story. Now back to the story. So Harvey is in the bedroom. Now stuff is starting to happen. He's starting to feel the effects of the medication. But what happens? Harvey's mad nervioso. Fireman John is mad nervioso. And he was sipping on that brown. He forgot. So listen, he was sipping on that brown and he forgot that he left the bottles of pills. He left the bottles of pills in his pants. So he dropped his pants and you hear the pills rattle in when it hit the floor, right? So listen, she hears the rattling of the pills when it hits the floor and she's like, what's that sound? And he's like, oh, it's nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing. She's like, what's that? It sounds like rattling of some pills. What is that? What is that? And then she was mad confused because he was mad. His soldier was at full attention. And she's like, I don't know. Something's not right. I hear some rattling. You in full attention. Algo no está bien aquí. Algo está pasando. Yo huelo un escándalo. I smell it, I smell it, I smell it. Something's not right. Christy get out the bed and she's like, so when do we keep secrets in our relationship? So since when do we keep secrets in our relationship? So she goes and she goes down and she picks up the pants and she got to struggle. Mind you, she's pregnant, so she got to struggle to go pick up the pants. So she go and she struggled to pick up the pants and boom, she pick up the pants and what happens? She finds the pills. And then what does she do? She reads the pills and she sees what it is. And she's like, oh, so that's what we doing now. So that's what we doing now. So I'm not enough. So I'm not enough. And of course, Christy felt bad. She got emotional. She started to cry and she broke down. And she was like, yo, I can't even do that. All right, let me see what y'all saying because I don't want y'all to be like, this is too escandaloso. Oh, thank you. Romero, I'm so sorry for your loss. Shall I continue the story a little bit? It's the hormones. Yo, stop being shady, Steelers fan. It's the hormones. That's hilarious. Shall I continue? It's the hormones. Yo, you funny for that. Okay. It's the makeup look. All right. Ooh, the tea is real, right? So Christy's like, she finds the pills. She's hurt. She's like, Fireman John, I need you to leave. I need you to leave. I need you to leave. I need you to leave and not come back. So Fireman leaves and he goes and he gets himself a hotel for the night. But before he goes to a hotel, mind you, Fireman John is in the hotel, right? So boom, now he's in the hotel. Christy kicked him out of the house. She's upset. She don't want him there. She breaks down. She calls her sister. She tells her sister what happens. Her sister tells her mother. Her mother feels bad. Her mother breaks down and reaches out to her. And now Christy's staying at her mother's house. And Fireman John is like, yo, what happened? This all like turned upside down with the quickness. I don't even know why this is all happening. And he's confused. And now he feel bad and he don't know what to do. Now Christy back at her parents. And now everybody hate Fireman John, right? So, hold on, I want to see what y'all saying. Shall I continue? We already going on for an hour. I don't think look, all right. So boom, I'm going to end the story there. I know, terrible. No, I'm going to end the story there. No, Christy is at her parents'. No, it's been an hour already. YouTube is going to be so mad at me. And nobody's going to watch this video later on because it's an hour long. Who's going to watch this video? All right. Here's the thing. All right. So listen, this is where we're going to leave off. Christy is back home at her parents'. Everybody hates Fireman John. Harvey, we don't know about him, but we soon going to find out. And on the next episode, you guys are going to find out the rest of the tea. And you guys are going to get to meet another cast member. Maybe the other two. I don't know. I love you guys. Oh, also, first impressions, 10 out of 10, would recommend. Still love it. I still like it. I don't know. It's not a popular. Oh, espérate. We forgot my favorite product. We're gonna seal the deal. I put some glitter. All right. Now we're done. Y'all wanna see? Hold on. Hold on. So listen, these are all my kids that are not involved in drama. So they stay in the house. These escándalos, these vagamundos, listen, these, they are too much. So I gotta keep them separate because they're so innocent and they're so escandaloso, like, These babies, they don't know anything about this. They don't know. I keep it from them. They don't need to know. Their ears don't need to hear it. They're innocent. They don't need to hear all this escanduloso stuff. They are. They're still innocent. No. We can't let them know. No. We must protect their innocence. Yes, I still do. Oh, Fergie and Nancy. And look, always to remind me that you guys have made Christmas come all year round, honestly. It's perfect. That elephant is super, super soft. Oh my God. This elephant, let me tell you something about this elephant. This elephant is super, super soft. Ah, and then like she just sits perfect on the lap. Like Mia Thermopolis Rinaldi, Princess of Genovia, just sits so perfect on the lap. Like you could just hold her like this all day long. I swear she is the most precious thing. Literally. She look how cute. I did not. Oh, look who's jealous. Look who's jealous. She's jealous. She's so jealous. Milky Way. Milky Way is so jealous. Let me tell you something. Milky Way do not like any of them. Milky Way don't like any of the kids. She's not with it. She's not with it. All right. So you guys are going to have to just wait for a part 2. If you guys want a part 2 to the saga, I need to see thumbs up. I need to see thumbs up on this video. Thumbs up. I need to see a lot of thumbs up on this video in order for y'all to get a part 2. I'm going to make y'all work for it, okay? Thumbs up all the way. Milky Way is tired of all the drama. Milky Way just want to eat. She ain't got time for none of this drama. She just want to eat. Donald Trunks. No. Ellie is so innocent, guys. Ellie represents the most innocent side of me. I mean, Ellie. Mia. Mia represents the most innocent side of me. All right. Well, I'm going to end this video. Literally, it's probably the longest video on YouTube history. I doubt anybody's going to watch this to completion. They're going to be like, yo, this girl, she did too much today. How she went from being sad to being happy. Guys, you want to know why I went from being sad to being happy? Because of you. You guys are a living testament of what it means to persevere and to continue and to have faith and hope. And I love you guys for that. I honestly do. And I hope that you guys continue to ride with me, rock with me, give me likes, give me thumbs up, give me subscribes, turn on your notification bells, all of that, all of that. And we will be back with the tea in the House of Realness. Until next time.